So I'm here on the third floor again. I've been spending a little time here over the weekend. Well, today's Tuesday. So Thursday I came over here and I found out that somebody had been in the building. Somebody had broken in and just basically took a tour of the building. Took their time, thoroughly looked at everything. And I bet that person thought this was the most fascinating place, because I've got so much stuff in here. So much, just an incredible amount of old electronics gear, old photography gear, old computer systems, just old, all kinds of stuff. And that whoever was in here clearly was fascinated. They took their time. In that room there, I could see where stuff was rearranged. I know for a fact that some items are missing. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, it's like the stuff that was rearranged, and especially over in that room, the stuff that was rearranged and picked through seemed to be girly stuff. You know, like little trinket jewelry, little makeup kits, little odds and ends like that. I don't think that individual that was in here had the mindset to be interested, truly interested in this kind of stuff, my hobby stuff, my business stuff. But down underneath the building, right, I'm on the third floor. And then there's what we call the mezzanine floor, which is this next one down. And then there's what we call the main floor, which is, I'll call the downstairs floor. And then under that is basically a some people call it a crawl space, but I can go under there and stand and stick my arms straight up in the air in some spots and not touch anything, right? So I call it a basement. And that basement has a door that goes to the outside. Well, over time, that door, because this is a very old building, over time, the frame to that door has just fallen apart. So that door down there was just, the wind blows, it opens. So anyway, I found out that what they did was, there are feet prints on a couple of doors to the main floor. But then I found out they went to the basement area and they found a weak spot in which is the ceiling of the basement. They found a weak spot and they busted through that weak spot. Well, they pushed through that and climbed up. They stacked some stuff up down there, climbed up and came through there. And they rummaged around downstairs. I could see some footprints, and those footprints matched footprints on the door down there that they tried to kick in. And also there was a pile of sand in the lot between my building and the next building over, where the next building over has been doing renovating that building and doing work, and there was a pile of sand that was spread out. And apparently the person that walked, to go under my building and then walk back out, walked through that sand. So I took pictures of their feet prints, and those feet prints match the feet prints where they tried to kick in the door. I mean, clearly there are feet prints on the door. And up here in this room, I could see some feet prints, and those feet prints match what I saw on the sand and what I saw on the door. Only one set of feet prints, which leads me to believe, I don't know for a fact but it leads me to believe that the suspect was not a male. I believe the suspect was a female. Why? Because the things that were rearranged, I found where they had sat some stuff that they were going to come back and grab, I guess, their second time through. But apparently, I had shown up here at the building like very close to the time, like after the time when they had been in the building. So I let my activity be known, you know. I put some stuff over the floor where they had come through the floor, and, you know, heavy stuff, so that if they came back underneath the building and came to that same spot, they would see, oh, somebody's been here and they've blocked it. And I also turned a couple more lights on and put a light over here behind me, shining out that window. Anyway, got a little fluorescent light sitting there. It's aimed out the window on that side. So anyway, world is crazy. The world is just full of crazy. So down here is that empty lot, and I happen to own that empty lot as well, between me and this other building over here. And it's darker on this side, right? It's lit up on all the other sides, but in here in between, most of this was just in the dark. So it's my fault. I should have had this lit up the entire time, but I didn't. But I put this fluorescent light here to shine out the window. It helps at night when it's dark. It really actually helps lighten it up down there. Even though I'm up 3 floors, it still helps kind of broadcast some light. And I believe that may be a help, a deterrent of some sort. But my presence here more often lately. So from this past Thursday and today's Tuesday, I've been here a lot more, and I plan to be here a lot more. And I'm going to be doing some projects here on the 3rd floor, some projects downstairs on the main floor, and rebuilding the door frame and the door that goes into the basement down there. Because I should have done that a long time ago, and I didn't. We have gone maybe 10 years of nothing happening, nothing going on, no problems. So I think we've had a good run, but now it's time for me to really evaluate the situation, really evaluate the security, really evaluate how I'm going to go about things here from now on, right? So that's where I'm at with my project here. Just to give everybody an update of where I'm at, what I'm doing. And yeah, I got a haircut. You know, I look 20 years younger. I don't know if you can see me very well, but it's getting darker in here. And one of my, well, never mind. I'm going to be doing some follow-up videos, and I've got a lot of different things I want to talk about, a lot of different things I want to do, and all kinds of ideas. But for right now, my nose is running. I gotta go get some Kleenex.